Okay, it's the first weekend in October. We're gonna take a look at the main garden. Won't be much longer that the garden will be around. Frost will hit sometime the next couple weeks, most likely. Maybe for sure by the next end of the month, but we'll continue to enjoy what we can. So as a whole, you can see there's a lot different, especially on the back wall. The beans have a big hole in them now and all the stuff. But yeah, but things are still going strong. Marigolds are finally come on strong. Guess I'll have to start those much earlier next year. Tomatoes are still going, still kicking, still growing all over the place. Definitely gonna not plant them so close next year, but they're still going, still kicking out. So we're gonna keep eating them as long as they keep producing, and they're still going strong. The cucumbers come back. They are doing very well, continuing to produce and growing, as you can tell with this vine, growing very, very well and productive. So good on them. There's our other marigolds. Now you can see them because the squash have died. There's one little part of the zucchini left. There's the last banana squash, which is crazy the way that those squash stay on there, even though this, as a matter of fact, you can see that everything from this has been cut off. Here and there and there. There's nothing holding that up except for the fact that it's dried on there, which is amazing, which explains why all of these guys are still hanging on. So as you can tell, the plants here have died. These are the butternut squash vines. They've died long ago, but the butternut squash are still there and they're still ripening. So I have two here, one that's there that looks like it was a little bit of a late bloomer, and a couple more down there. So they will probably make it to harvest. We'll see. I don't know how well they will taste and stuff, but that's what we got here. And as you can see from the row, yeah, everything's mostly dead. A lot of that was a squash bug, and a lot was also the fact that it's October and there's summer squashes. But see the little watermelon guy there, that's all he's got left. There is one more really funky looking squash there, and the yellow squash, crookneck. It's all bumpy, and then all the leaves are shredded with some virus and fungus and stuff. But yeah, so that's the end of the year. See those little watermelons are still hanging there, even though there's nothing there. It's amazing how these resilient the plants are. Speaking of amazing, this is the pumpkin vine here. You can see it's got all kinds of crazy stuff going on, and this is it, all this stuff, and you'd expect nothing, but there is a ginormous pumpkin from these vines. And these vines have looked bad for a while, but it's continued to grow and it's continued to hang on. It's looked this big, this heavy for quite some time, and it's still hanging on there. And I'm excited to see how much it weighs, but it is amazing that, yes, indeed, you can grow vertical gardening with this. Instead of sprawling all over the place, grow it up, and it'll work just fine. So anyway, I'm going to need to obviously take it down soon because the whole vine is gone and it looks very ripe. More marigolds, more tomatoes, still producing. And this little guy right here, this pepper, he hadn't produced anything in a long time, and he came back. And like I said, the plants are just very amazing, very resilient. And our heirloom finally put off some tomatoes. They are kind of orangish usually, but they're there. So finally they kicked out some stuff. All year we didn't think they were going to do anything, but they finally did. And then speaking of things that finally put stuff produced, the carrots. I didn't think that the carrots were going to come, but we've got a ton of carrots. I just noticed them today, and they're here. They're actually growing. They're supposed to be done in 2 months, but they weren't. The ones that I had tried in there, planted first ones I pulled out were about half the size of my pinky, but these ones are good. I'm guessing it had to do with the sun. We got some more basil, still plenty of Swiss chard, growing all over the place, growing super crazy. So the plant is here, but then there's this giant part here, which, yeah, the thing is, those two have merged into one. It's definitely a domineering plant there. Still have peppers, soybeans. We didn't actually take those. Kind of missed out on those. Didn't really look into those very well. But here they are. There's a few of them that came up there. Just never got around to getting them. The corn, this one was better, or this planting was. You can see the last planting there, though, didn't amount to anything. So I definitely won't do that again with the whole successive planting. I'll probably just plant them all at once, just because it's not really worth it to spread it out, I don't think. Or maybe it's the configuration. I don't know. I'll have to look more into that. Over here we have our beans, which finally produce a lot of beans. You can see some of the ones up yellow up there that I forgot to pick to finish them off. Eggplants and peppers and all that, looking good, strong, still kicking out. You know, peppers and stuff. It's amazing how some of the things have changed. These okra have become the tallest things, and after they were gonna look like they weren't gonna make it, and Swiss chard, we thought it was gonna die, but it came back, and you can see there's orange pepper, all that stuff in there. So still going, even though it gets down really cold at night, and frost will come soon. But hey, while we're here, while it's still nice, we're still enjoying it and taking advantage of it. And yeah, we'll within the next month, frost will come, everything will die. We'll clean it all up and make our plans for next year. But until then, this is the garden, and we'll see you next time.